Okay, so we are now live here at Eight Letters Bookstore and Publishing, and I am not sure, and I'm not committing anything, but this might be the last time that I would go on live for this month. So yes, so my apologies, my sincere apologies for being late in our book launch for Porcupine Strongwill for the missing frame. It was supposed to go out an hour ago, and there were some technical issues that we have been struggling with. But the good news is we are now here. Yeah, after an hour. Whew. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce our author of the day for today. Well, he's or she's not a stranger to us Eight Letters Bookstore and Publishing, because we've launched her book before. Forgotten Things to Say, I think, was the first book that was launched. I think that was 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not wrong. Well, anyway, Porcy, just correct me later. So let me just read or introduce this amazing, super amazing author to you. So Porcupine Strongwill is a Messiah artist from Manila, Philippines, who adores cats, milk coffee, and the sound of heels clacking on wooden floors. She's a part of the Heist Club, a bundle series of procedural stories written by Filipino authors, and has been the editor and a contributing author for Psycom Publishing's best-selling series, Heartbreakers. Among her literary awards, ito marami-rami. Among her literary awards are a Candy Grand Prize for Best YA English Fiction for her work on Dating the Preacher's Daughter. It was released last 2015, and as a Rangola Blog Award for the category Maikling Kwento for her story Lumutang Lumangoy 2015. So this was also available before at Eight Letters. Okay, what else? What else? Strongwill's debut novel, The Angelic Conflict, and her first collection of poetry and original ink illustrations, Forgotten Things to Say, were published in 2016 and 2017, respectively. So, see, it's really has been 5 years. Wow, time flies. Aside from being a fictionist, Strongwill is also a multi award winning musical composer, illustrator, and filmmaker. So, okay, let's all welcome Porcupine Strongwill right here on our stage. Hi! Hi,
Hi,
Porky.
Ate.
Kumusta?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
Ayan. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Very good as well. Yeah. So, ang masasabi ko lang dito, like the first question that would come up to my mind is, bakit 2016, 2017, these were your last published works, and now it's, anong petsa na?
yeah,
2021?
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I've been a bit on a hiatus, I would say. The project Porcupine Stronghold has been not not permanently set aside, but I would like to think of it as temporary. Because ito na, 2017 is when I got my high school diploma. So before that, for like more than 10 years, I was just a preschool graduate. So long story short, I went back to school, and I'm now majoring in computer engineering, which is pretty far from my profession. So that's what's been happening. Kaya, but how masyado nare-release. But it's more of like gathering new information and inspiration. So I'm enjoying my technical studies right now. But I do miss writing, and I'm very happy that Eight Letters is launching my book.
Yes, we're also very glad na finally, okay, may ilalabas ka na namang libro. The Missing Frame, when we read the title, we felt that this title is just so intriguing na, okay, finally, Porcupine Strongwill, okay, after so many years, it is back. Okay. Um, okay, so you've mentioned that you have been enjoying the hiatus. Wow. I thought all along that you're just focusing on your music. Kasi
Yeah,
parang lagi ko nakikita yung
yeah.
yeah, your post about you know.
Actually, the
Mhm.
music has been more of like a, kind of more of like a hobby right now. So
Mhm.
I'm really focusing on my studies right now. So
Okay. Okay. So, okay, before we get into the details of the book itself. So, gusto mo na kitang chikahin kung
sure,
uh,
let's go.
sure. Sige, chika-chika muna. Um, Cause dati, 'di ba, you said you were enjoying the hiatus mode, and then now that you're back as an author, okay, of a book, um, how do you feel about it? Na parang nag-hiatus ka, and then now, your fans, your readers, they've been waiting for you for a long time. Naalala ko dati nung nag-MIBF tayo, ang daming pumupunta sa booth. Like, didn't you feel the pressure na parang, oh, okay, I should write for them or something like that?
Oh, actually, kind of, because
Mm-mm.
I do get a lot of messages asking me when are you gonna release a new book or when's the next story on Wattpad? Kahit man lang daw Wattpad or something. And
Mm-mm.
I don't. I think I don't want to. Like I really adore my friends who support me,
Mm-hmm.
those who support my book, but I think I can't really like force it. So I'm taking my time. And when 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 A-Letters accepted my submission and I learned that I'm going to have a new book published, and my friends and my supporters are still there. They're still there, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And I was just really excited about it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's an exciting experience to like be like off the scene, and then suddenly you went back and they're still there, they're still supporting you, and you're like, "Ah, where can I buy the book, give me all the details." I'm very
Mm-hmm.
grateful for those who support me.
It doesn't happen all the time, like, to tell you honestly. So
Oh,
usually what we tell authors or self-published authors, that okay, hey, you've got to keep the momentum. And now you're proving us wrong. Okay. But
I feel very loved, yeah, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, I want to show people. Okay, how should I put this? I want to put your cover photo, the missing frame. When did you start writing this book?
I drafted the book out when I was 15 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like almost 12 years ago. So this was one of the first stories that I wrote,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote it on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
It had 10 parts, short 10 short parts, and I set it aside for quite a while because I thought, hey, that I've outgrown this plot. I didn't feel attached to it anymore, and I didn't know how to expand it into a real novel. And then
Mm-hmm.
came in my 20s, and I went back and I was like, wow, this plot has potential. I had a lot to tweak about, I had a lot to revise, but I thought, hey, this really has potential. So I revised it when I was I think I was 21 or 22. I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
exactly, but it
We're
was in
not
my early
counting.
20s. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. And as I revised the book, I told myself I want to experiment with this book. So
Mm-hmm.
I translated it into Filipino, and it does have some English part, but it's mainly Filipino. And I was so happy on how it turned out. I love how I was able to explore my voice as a Filipino author because I rarely write
Mm-hmm.
stories in Filipino. So it was really a, a fun time for me to do, yeah, to write.
Yes, I would agree na this is a lot different from what you usually publish in the past. Like sabi ko nga dito kanina, Sarangola Awards, um, the Angelic Conflict, Forgetting Things to Say. These are novels, or short stories or poetry. But this time you're pursuing the Tagalog novel. Like, do you see
Yeah.
yourself pursuing these genre in the future?
To be honest, romance is the very, very difficult genre for me
Mm-hmm.
because as an author, even as a songwriter, I tend to I tend to write like tragedies and stuff like that. So it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like a real challenge for me. And I would say yes, I want to pursue more. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to write um, more novels like this, in this kind of voice, in this kind of style, and romance. Why not?
Yeah, yeah. I'm really seeing you, like the branding itself. I'm really seeing you writing these kinds of books. Parang, I don't know whether it's because of the purple hair
Yeah,
or what. But it really suits you, this genre.
thank you.
Lizette's Yeah, Lizette's here. She says, for someone
Hi,
na hindi
Lizette.
sanay sa Tagalog.
Yes, yes. She's one of
Ayan.
those
But,
who told me that.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she's one of those who told me that she's waiting for the book to be published. And yeah, I think she's also excited for this. Come again?
Oo. We're also waiting for Lizette's book later on.
Oh,
But,
yes.
but okay, you know what? Gusto ko nang basahin yung blurb ng kwentong to.
Mhm.
Kasi, sabi ko nga, it's not your usual genre. And, nakakagulat siya. Parang, okay. So, okay. Actually, ito, pinapakita ko kasi dito yung book cover. So, let's just scroll here a little bit. Okay. Okay, I can imagine you reading this. Or can you see the text?
Oh, sure.
Ayan.
Okay. Hmm. So life is an artwork, and each heart willing to love has their own missing frame. Hindi inaakala ni Natasha na magkakaroon siya ng foster father na tulad ni Rolando. Sa totoo lang, noong una, ayaw niya pa sa binata. Piling niya kasi maarte ito. Matipunan, Gwapo, mayaman, Konyo. Kaya lang naman siya pumayag na sumama sa lalaki dahil tila ayaw na sa kanya ng bahay ampunan, di ba? Pero paano kung aside sa kailangan ni Rolando na may maging apu-apuhan sa makulit niyang stepmom, may iba pa palang dahilan kung bakit aampunin si Natasha. Paano kung may kinalaman at may alam ang lalaki sa mga lihim ng nakalimutang nakaraan ng dalaga? At paano kung sa sobrang bait ni Rolando, hindi niya napigilan ang kanyang sarili? Tama lang naman na mahalin niya ang guardian niya, di ba? Kaso paano kung na-in-love na siya nito?
Okay. I would pretend na hindi ko nabasa yung buong manuscript.
Okay. Okay.
What do you guys think? Ayan. Okay, so Amy is
Oh,
here with us. Very
thank
intriguing.
you. Thank you, Amy.
Yun. And yes, congratulations daw.
Thank
Yeah, so
you.
I would pretend na hindi ko nabasa yung manuscript.
Okay.
Pero, nung nabasa ko siya, like, okay, this is, sabi ko nga, parang, nandun yung thrill and I really wanted to get to the point na, answering all of these mysteries. But, I won't, I won't really, or I won't be a spoiler here. So, ano sa tingin mo? Like, where did you get this inspiration? Parang it reminds me of Daddy Long Legs.
Oh,
Na
yeah. Oh, funny because I watched Daddy Long Legs, the anime version, when I was a kid. And it's actually
Mhm.
one of my favorite animes, but I'd forgotten about it for quite a while. And I think nakuha ko yung novel idea is because when I was younger, I did like have crushes on older men. So I did like I
You did, or
fancy
you
older.
didn't?
Yeah, I did.
You
I
did.
fancied older men. So I think you know bata eh, so exploring and things
Mm-mm.
like that. And then before I revised the novel, I did read Daddy Long Legs, like the classic book. So
Mm-mm.
I think if any, possibly siguro parang subconscious inspiration lang, but not. I don't remember Daddy Long Legs being a direct influence of this. So yeah,
Mm-mm.
it just kind of like because I like older men.
Okay. So I guess I don't know if this is an appropriate question, but uh,
It's okay.
okay. Did you ever like have any relationship with older men? Like, what is an older man for you?
Yeah, when I was a kid. So separate natin from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, siguro, ano, I like older men because, like, I didn't, like,
Mm-mm.
I was not, I was not, like, child. I can't find the term, but, like, siguro yung, they seem mature. Yun lang siguro yun. They seem mature,
Mm-mm.
and, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really know stuff yet.
Mm-mm.
Ang
Oh,
babaw lang ng reason eh. So ayun. Thank you for the
okay.
question. That was very cool.
Okay. So, okay, sorry, back to the story, no. Can you give us a hint? Um, ano ba? Do you think na it has something to do with the character or main characters having daddy issues, or hindi naman ganun? Di ba, yun ang madalas
Feeling
nangyayari.
feeling ko hindi naman siya eh. Hindi naman. Kasi, okay, ito na yung, just a little bit of spoiler. Just a little bit.
Little bit.
It has a sequel.
Mm.
So, in the sequel, you know, Natasha's, oh my gosh, spoiler.
Ah!
But yeah, the dynamics is different. It's a bit different because, you know, when you grow older, the age gap kind of closes in.
Mm-mm.
So I wouldn't say that she has daddy issues, but that's a fun perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting kasi na parang 'di ba, like those women who tend to go for older guys. Okay, yeah, that's true. Yung sinabi mo na once the woman gets older, there's the more of a closure on the age
Yeah.
gap. Yeah, but okay, to ask you, what age gap for you is acceptable?
Oh my. Oh my. Ano ba yung guy and girl?
Mm-mm.
I can't really tell, but for me, like I don't wanna like judge other people. Like
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I'm still tumatawa. But yeah, I would say for me lang.
Mm-mm.
I would say about like 5 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Ayun.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. By the way, my parents have yeah, they have 10 years gap. So I think
Oh, that's cute.
oo. Okay, but yung mga characters natin dito, like how is their gap? Ganun din ba? 7 years.
Oh, in the missing frame, Tasha is initially 17. So,
Mm-mm.
yun dun kasi parang umiikot yung novel then like she wants to be independent and stuff like that. Na gusto niya na makawala sa ampunan. But then some dude came into her life na pinipilit na ampunin siya. She was 17 and Rolando, I think he was 39. So that's
Oh,
like a 22 age gap, 22-year age gap.
wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ang hirap pag-usapan ng story na 'to ng hindi ka
Yes,
nag-betray ng mga
I
ng mga
agree.
ng mga spoiler, di ba?
Yeah,
Okay, ano ba? Ano ba pwede kong tanungin dito?
yeah.
Guys,
I
if you have
think
any questions, please comment down below. Of course, we are not going to give you any spoiler here. So, yeah, don't ask. You have to buy the book. Um,
yes, please do.
yes,
I
please do.
think
And mhm,
ano lang kasi siguro I can like give a hint because it's a romance. So siguro like when you read the blurb first, it feels a bit cliche.
mhm,
Um, and pero for a hint, I would say siguro na to sell the book. It's
mhm,
it's not just romance. It has a sub genre. It's also a bit of a mystery
mhm,
and coming out of age and siguro like realistic fiction, so drama.
mhm,
So
mhm,
instead of focusing on the romance, there's also those things. Because ayun nga,
mhm,
si Natasha, she's wondering why, bakit parang kumbaga binibit the deadline ni Rolando eh, na para
mhm,
maampun siya. Why? The facet is he wants to adopt Natasha for his stepmom na gusto ng apu-apuhan. And
mhm,
Natasha's very suspicious of this because bakit of all the people at the orphanage, why her?
mhm, mhm.
So yeah,
Yun. So, parang it has something to do with her past.
yes, something to do with her
Yes.
past.
Yes. So parang, okay, how did she get into the bahay ampunan? And then when
Mm-hmm.
she's 17 years old, somebody
Yeah,
came and parang just
yeah.
took her away. O nga, parang bakit nga ba? Parang it's a bit, no, parang, okay, hindi lang siya romance. So maraming drama. Para kang nanonood
Yeah.
lang. Like, what's your plan with this book or with the sequel? Can you see 2, 3 books in the future?
I can only see like I think it's all near duology.
Mm-mm.
I think it just has one sequel. Para lang no yung ending niya medyo yun, medyo
Mm-hmm.
cliffhanger. So
Cliffhanger.
just to
Okay.
tie up the story.
Yeah. So, may idea na ba tayo like when the next book is going to be released?
The funny thing is, I'm with this group of writers. We
Mm-hmm.
parang ano lang, like nagka-trip-tripan lang. I'm with like writers like Maine Lazar
Mm-hmm.
and
Uh-huh.
my other we're we're doing this like Friday night thing, and then we're doing prompts, and then my other friends from Wattpad before.
Mm-hmm.
Naisip lang namin na gawin yun every Friday. And then the latest prompt we have is to write a novel. So a while ago, I was like, this is the time. I need to write this.
Yes. Yes, you should. And okay, just going back to this to the blurb, to the story itself. Um okay, it's going to be a duology, but then sabi mo nga may mga subgenres pa siya like uh drama, family, and aside from romance, no. Um I'm just wondering, aside from your childhood childhood
Yeah.
dreams, what else pushed you to write this book?
um, Talagang trip lang siya eh. At that time, maybe because I was not, I had crushes and stuff like that. But unlike
Mhm.
my peers, I was not getting myself into relationships. So I think that's one factor. I wanted like fantasy.
Uh-uh.
I was just exploring on my own and then, oh, what if this happened? What if this happened? And
Mhm.
then there came the stories.
But with the 22 years, yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
I
know
think
if
that
they'll
was,
have a
yeah,
happy ending.
It's a
Or
romance.
okay,
So
fine.
I guess I
There's a possibility. There's still a
well,
possibility,
yeah,
right?
it's a romance. Yeah.
Oo. Kasi, okay, romance, it gives you happily ever afters, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, of course, sa mga mambabasa ng romance, no? Okay. Okay. So, sabi din dito, okay, there's this stepmom character.
Yeah.
Are we looking at a contrabida?
You know, Megamind. He's not a character that kind of siguro she has her reasons why she's like that. So
Mm-mm.
I guess I won't say she's a bad person. Um,
Mm-mm.
but she might get in your skin under your skin.
Mm-mm.
But then ayun nga ma-reveal din naman sa end why bakit kasi nga may something in the my
Mm-mm.
family mystery and drama.
Oo.
So to answer your question, at first she really is that she was this funky grandmama.
Mm-mm.
Actually, she didn't like Natasha, so from
Ah,
that
okay.
that says something.
Mm-mm. Yeah, usually yun yung mga nangyayari sa mga characters or like yung mga archetype ng
Yeah.
stepmom. There's always
Oh,
the,
yeah.
'di ba?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Maria Flor. Thank
Oh,
you for
hi.
joining us.
Yes.
Ayan. Okay. So, okay, sorry, going back. Um, ano pa ba? And, okay, kasi 'di ba like, okay, so there's that one archetype. Sorry, I'm being like
Mm.
Crisel Santos right now. Kasi yun yung usual genre niya na archetypes.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
ano pa, like aside from these characters that you've mentioned here, si Rolando, si Natasha, the stepmom, are there any other characters na we should watch out for in this book?
Mm. The initial plot,
Mm-hmm.
I uh, with the book, parang wala naman.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, meron pala, but it's like at the end of it's at the end of the book.
The book.
Yeah. May
Okay.
susulpot kasi doon.
Okay, spoiler. Okay, okay. So, hindi pwedeng sabihin. Okay. Sige,
May
sige.
surprise.
Surprise. We leave it at that. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Let's just go back. We still have 5 more minutes in
Hmm?
this book launch, The Missing Frame. Um, okay. So, how do you feel about when ngayon na natapos mo na yung first book? Kasi 'di ba I think this is already on Wattpad. And nung pinas mo kasi
Yes.
sa 8 letters, you had your chance to go through the book
Mm.
again, and you've mentioned you've written this years and years ago, like what, 15 years ago?
Around the time.
Hmm.
Actually, I submitted with eyes closed. So I was like,
Okay.
it's been a while. I'm so absorbed and
Mm-mm.
in my studies, and I was like, oh, 8 letters has a submission, a call for submission. So
Mm-mm.
I looked for the manuscript on my laptop, and I just immediately submitted
Mm-mm.
without. So I was. It really was a pleasant surprise for you guys to be working again with you guys, and it's been a pleasing time, especially with
Mm-hmm.
forgotten things to say. So you guys all are my good acquaintances. So I'm happy, really.
Oh yeah, we're so happy to. And okay, this is one question that's always been
Mhm.
in my mind. Like, would you keep your purple hair?
Yes, I will. This is actually the second wig I bought for Horsey. So the first one was like a straight purple hair,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes a little bit down underneath my chin. and now it's wavy and it's long. So I will be keeping the purple hair for Corsi.
Okay. Okay, okay. I'm sure a lot of people would love that. Na parang, iba yung picture mo sa, iba yung profile photo mo sa Facebook, and iba yung pinapakita mo ring persona actually sa YouTube, di ba?
Yes.
Okay. Would we see more you, we would see, makikita ka ba namin more often nowadays na, as an author, or less of
As
a
in,
student, less of a musician, or
mhm.
what? Or you'll probably balance everything.
I probably can't balance everything, but siguro yung author is a bit low key for now since I'm
Mm-mm.
writing the second book. And also I also started writing another poetry collection. Um, but I think I will be more of a musician these coming years. So I
Mm-mm.
hope people like follow that as well. And just a
Mm-mm.
trivia, I have a song that's called "The Missing Picture Frame," and it's
Oh,
actually like for an OST of the book. So, but if you buy the book and you like wanna listen to something related to the book, you can go to my Spotify, which is Jashael, and you can listen to the song or my YouTube
meron
channel.
ba? Like it's
Yes,
already released. Okay, the missing
yes,
picture frame.
the missing
Oh.
picture frame, and kung hindi mo ko sasaluhin. It's also on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So those two songs are for um this series.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, you mentioned your name as an artist. I am Jeshael, and
Mm-hmm.
this is Porcupine Strongwill.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. So is it a little bit confusing for you na magpapalit-palit ng persona as an artist?
I wouldn't say like I don't think like my personality changes that much.
Mm-mm.
Like if I remove my hair, and I would still like, but I would say it's fun to it's more of like visual. It's more of a visual port,
Mm-hmm.
portrait rather than a persona, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
I, I'm still I'm still Jashiel. I'm still Abby Bagabaldo, and I'm still as Porcupine Strong. Yeah, I'm still this
Oh,
bubbly girl. I
yeah.
just like to separate the visuals
Mm-mm.
between my projects so that people won't get confused.
Yeah. And I think this is a lesson for all indie authors out there, branding wise.
Hmm.
'Di ba branding wise, like it's very important na magkaroon ka
Yeah,
ng persona, you as an author or you as a normal person. But you know what? It doesn't mean that you're compromising your authenticity.
yeah,
You're
yes.
still authentic as you are right now. 'Di
I would
ba?
probably sound the same if Jashiel was interviewed. Yes.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay. We have a question right here from Maria Flor Sikad. Do you have any inspiration po while writing? Something
Um,
specific.
something specific. Okay, so whew, maybe I go over like an example.
Mm-hmm.
Like yung previous book, which is also available under A letters, which is forgotten things to say. The
Yeah.
inspiration for that really was, whew, it really was a heartbreak I went through. So inspiration was the guy, I guess, and we just didn't like work out and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
So I gave birth to these illustrations and poetry. So that's one thing. And then for the missing picture frame, it's more of like from my imagination and
Mm-hmm.
from the characters that I am drawn to. So I'm really actually really drawn to Natasha. She's a painter in the novel, and she has that teen angst to her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Okay.
I
When
answer that question?
Oo, para ano naman, swak naman siya. Kaya nga
I
ito,
think.
okay, it leads me to this question. Okay.
Mhm.
Is there a Natasha in you?
Just come again. I'm sorry.
Is there a Natasha in you?
ah,
Okay,
yes.
aside from the falling in love
Aside
with
from the yeah,
older men.
I would say yes, yes, because she's a painter and
Mm-mm.
she likes to be like independent. And she's kind of in denial of her feelings. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm kind of like that as well when it comes to comes to romance. Oh boy.
Oh, ayoko
Oh
pupunta sa
no.
sa romance questions. Parang naiintriga din ako na parang okay, ang dami. I've been seeing your IG, okay, I'm not gonna ask these
Oh.
things.
Oh no.
Don't worry,
Okay.
I only saw the cats.
Cats. Okay.
Or the videos, the funny videos, the funny photos. Okay. Um okay.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
no. Is your IG in public or hindi naman?
Yes, it is. Both of my IGs are public. So for the music and Horsey, they're public.
Ayun. Okay, so okay, ito pinakamagandang tanong. Is it available in ebook version? Okay, by the way, the
Oh,
paperback is definitely going to be available. Um, at at 8 letters, I think will have to coordinate with 4C with that.
okay.
Mm-mm. Pag-uusapan namin 'yan. But the paperback is going to be available in
Okay.
our bookstore, in our online bookstore, in our Shopee, in our Facebook page as well. So, okay, Porcy, if you have anything you want to say to your readers, to the viewers right here, please do so. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so I just want to say thank you to 8 letters. I know I've had some technical difficulties earlier, but thank you for still pushing with this. Um, thank you for still pushing through with this, and I hope that you guys buy the book because it is very dear to me, I guess, and I've grown back to liking it, to loving it actually. And I hope you guys also like if you buy the book, also watch out for the second book if ever. And I to those who have been there since 2014 for Horsey,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I won't say that the project is like a main thing in my life. Like I'm not pursuing being an author to like for it to be my main kind of profession. So I'm very like glad that even when I took a break, I didn't announce my break. It just kind of happened. And when I went back and people are still there, and thank you so much for the support. I guess, and um, I hope you stick around for more years. But I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Thank you so
oh yeah,
much. Yeah.
you could
Okay.
also
Sorry.
like it's okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could also like follow me on Instagram and on Wattpad and on Facebook. You could just type in Porcupine Strongwill, and I'm sure my socials will show up. Yeah.
Yep. Sa mga bagong readers natin ngayon, bagong viewers, for those who are hearing you for the first time, nasagot mo na to before, but what does it mean to be Porcupine Strongwill? What does this name entails? Okay, last question na yan, I promise.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Um, a little bit of background. Is it okay? Do we
Yeah,
have time?
sure.
Okay.
Meron
So
pa.
a little bit of background for Porcupine Strongwill. I started it with Forgotten Things to Say. It was my first project for this for Horsey. And Porcupine Strongwill, I was looking for like a project name that would like identify me as an author. And Porcupine comes from this little story because as up to like the start of my project, I've never had a boyfriend. So people are, so people are like, you're like a porcupine. You have all these quills around you, like, and people would usually tell me that, oh hey, you look very unapproachable. And then when we start talking to you, you're actually not. And so I'm happy that people think otherwise. Like they don't, my first impression don't last. So that's cool. And so I was like, okay, porcupine. And then Strongwill came from me being a very stubborn person. I would admit to that. So my mom even calls me Strongwill. So I think it has a ring to it. It's like porcupine, Strongwill. So it kind of stuck, and I'm happy.
Oh, I'm not sure how they saw you as an unapproachable person. I mean, come on, guys. Maybe because the purple hair didn't exist yet.
Yeah, I guess so. I think usually they tell me that when I'm like, the resting bitch face. So like if you're not talking to me, they would tell me that you're like, and they would also tell me like the way you walk. Especially at school, when I went back to college, like they would like say, you're scary. The way you walk, you look like you're gonna like go Karen on someone or something like that.
Okay, this is a challenge
Yeah.
for you. You should upload it on your Facebook story. Like you have to show us how you walk because I don't think I noticed it last time.
Yes, because I bring this like when there were still face-to-face classes. I bring this maleta type of bag, so I drag it across the hallways and stuff like across the hallway, and people would think that I'm from tourism instead of majoring in computer engineering. Because they said, you walk like you're going to run into someone doing something
Punch
wrong or
somebody.
something. Yes. So
Okay,
yeah, it was a
nakakatakot.
fun.
Okay. Nakakatakot. Okay, I cannot imagine you, but I thought it would be more of like a girly or womanly style of walk when you have this suitcase with you and okay.
I like the
Well,
challenge. I'm gonna do it sometime.
yes, do the challenge. Okay, so you guys, Porcupine Strongwill is going to do a challenge for 8 letters. She's going to walk. Okay, do a catwalk. Okay, I want to see how you do it. Like how what is
I'm
that?
gonna look for
What is
my.
that walk? Parang manununtok.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, okay. So I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed our book launch, our online book launch. I really hope na makabalik na tayo sa usual face to face book launches. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I really miss that.
kaya nga yun. But I guess for now this will do. Okay, so guys, don't forget to get Porcupine Strongwill's The Missing Frame. It will be available in our bookstore, in our Facebook page, in our Shopee page, 8lettersbooks.com. Yun. Yeah, so thank you so much, Porcy. Thank
Thank
you
you
so much.
so much, Ate Cindy. It's so
Yeah,
nice to talk to you.
yeah, long time no
Yeah.
face to face, but well, here we go. Here we are. Okay, so
I hope
thank
you're
you
doing
guys
good.
for. Yeah, sorry.
I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, yes, yes. Yes, and as well as the viewers, thank you guys for staying with us, staying tuned, and I hope you guys get the book. Okay, let's all
Yes, I
support
hope so.
Horsey. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you. Bye.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.